What's going on, guys? Ashtinho Plays here, and welcome back to the FIFA 16 Sheffield United Career Mode series. Today we have Season 3, Episode 6, and we're going to be heading straight into the games after we've had a squad update and had a look at the games we're going to be playing today. First game is against Crystal Palace away. A tough away trip, but we're set up well to play away from home with the counter-attacking football that we play, so yeah, might want to make a few changes to this team here. But once that's all done and dusted, I'm pretty confident we can get off to a winning start in this episode. Now, after this episode, we will be starting to get into the busy December-January period of the season where we play a lot of games in quick succession. But I'm pretty confident we've got a decent enough squad depth to cope with that, and for now, we need to focus on getting wins in games like this before that busy time starts. So, yep, if we could pick up 3 points away against Palace, it would be really handy, and it would continue a great start to the season. An unprecedented start considering how poorly we started, I guess you could say, in the first few games, not being able to score. So yeah, I mean, a complete transformation, and we look a much more confident unit now, so hopefully our away day tactics will work well and get us the 3 points.
Fullback positions. In attack, Connor Wickham starts. He's been in tremendous form recently.
So in the early stages here, Burns picks up the ball and we knock it about, and then Burns here spots Aarons. He looks through, but it's a good save by the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. And then here, Palace on their first attack of the game, this teasing cross, Balassi somehow not putting it in. Really poor finish there, because that was just, the goal was gaping. He really should have scored. And then Marlos here with the shot, well saved by Darlow. And then here, in a relatively dangerous position, they pick up the ball and we bring him down for a free kick. Very dangerous position indeed for a free kick to be conceded. And Marlos is standing over it. We try and get a man back, but he steers it into that top corner before we know it. And despite having dominated the early exchanges, we find ourselves behind. But Dicko here is running in, no one seems to be stopping him, and then Ambrose picks up the ball and hits the post. Really unlucky not to score there. But then here, Tolisso picks out Ambrose, a lightning fast counter-attack on half-time, and Dicko picks up the ball. It's not clean, but he finishes it. A ruthless counter-attacking goal for 1-1. Absolutely lightning fast, and before they knew it, they'd conceded. They didn't even know what was going on. And a simple two-pass move leads to a goal when we weren't even past the halfway line before it started. Nuar Dicko gets a 7th of the season, and at half-time it was finally poised at 1-1, probably deserved given the balance of the game. So, heading into the second half, it looked to be anyone's game and it could easily be ours. Here, Dicko cuts in and passes it to Tolisso. His shot is parried, but Burns on the rebound scores to make it 2-1. And they are punished for not dealing with the rebound, not getting there fast enough, and Burns responds, putting it into the back of the net. And we have turned it right around here to lead 2-1 at Selhurst Park. Wes Burns with his first goal of the season and first Barclays Premier League goal. Agard here, brought on as a sub, goes through, great through ball, but his shot is well saved there. And then here, we counter-attack again. Dicko played through, loads of space. He has Agard to his right, and here he passes it to Agard. Agard finishes it off. A beautiful counter-attacking move once again, and a stunning goal for 3-1. Not perhaps in terms of, the typical goal of the season contenders, like, those unbelievable long shots. But if you look at the way we played in the build-up to that goal, it was just absolutely breathtaking. And we get the win at 3-1. So our counter-attacking football is ruthlessly efficient when it's at its best. And we worked really well as a unit to get that 3-1 win. So our superb form continues with a great away win.
The Barclays Premier Palace.
So moving on to coverage of the next game now against Norwich at home. They were champions last season in our division, but we have had the better start in the league this season. So it'll be interesting to see if we can surpass them, considering they were a level ahead of us last season. So a home game, and hopefully we can surpass them this time. So as you can see here, building up to the game with the normal intro of skill games and stuff. So yeah, we're going to move on to the Norwich game and hopefully get our revenge for last season. So yeah, I mean, we really are in great form right now, and if we could continue our winning form, then we could really be finding ourselves going somewhere in this season. So yeah, we kick off, and here from this corner, it's handball apparently, and we get a penalty. We get a lot of penalties for handball these days, and whilst it is fortunate, we do get the penalty, and Dicko steps up to take. He steps up to the mark and scores to make it 1-0 in the early stages, and we quickly grab the initiative against Norwich. And that was his 8th goal of the season. So at half time it was enough to have us 1-0 up and with the initiative. So we move on to the second half, looking to defend what we've got and hopefully add to it. Then here, Norwich, in the early stages of the second half, starting to build an attack. We can't get the ball off them, and Thompson has a shot there, well saved in the end. And then here again, we're not getting the ball clear, and whilst it may look harmless, here the ball comes in and it's not cleared. They get the equaliser, a simple tap in, and real questions asked of how he was allowed to get into that much space unmarked. And it's 1-1. But then here, good header on, Gnabry subbed on for Burns, runs onto it, cuts in, it looks for all the world as though he's going to score, but his finish is not quite good enough. And it ends 1-1. A pretty fair result. We didn't really do enough to win the game, but we'll come away with a point, so that's pretty decent. And yep, as you can see, other results here, not an awful lot of concurrent games, so not much to be seen there. So that is 2 games out of the way now, and moving on to the third game, a really interesting one against my my own club, Newcastle United, away at St James's Park. It's going to be such a weird feeling taking my career mode team to my boyhood club in career mode. So yeah, I mean, hopefully I can cope with that, and I mean, we're going for the win because why not? We're going for the win in every game we play in, so yeah, if we could get the 3 points, we'll take it as it comes, I guess. But it is going to be really bittersweet if we do, because obviously I don't know, I'm sorry, she's caught in 2 minds, but yeah, I mean, anyways, you can probably tell from my commentary that it's a really weird game. So we do finally get the game at St James's Park, which has been built up to for a long time, ever since this started, for me at least. So first highlight to the game here, and Siem de Jong takes it down, has a shot, it's well saved in the end, and we get it out. And then here from a throw-in, we pass it into the middle. Tolisso picks up the ball, he has a shot and it hits the bar. Our first real close attempt in the game. And then before half time still, they're passing the ball around dangerously and we don't close them down. They get that shot off the post, so they could easily have taken the lead. And at half time it is still 0-0, so a pretty dull encounter and not an awful lot going on. But I guess that would suit both sides really. But here we intercept. There's acres of space for Ambrose. He's played in. They are not coping defensively whatsoever, and we score to make it 1-0. And I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to be proud of this or not. I probably shouldn't. But we take the lead at 1-0, and it looks as though we're going to win the game at St James's Park for another 3 points. And that was that. We did get the win. Really bittersweet feeling. It doesn't feel like a normal win, I guess you could say. But anyways, trying to focus away from that, we did win the game, so that does mean we've got 3 points more onto our tally. And
The Football Association.
yeah, now we're going to have a look at the table at the end of this episode just to see where we are. We are sitting in 4th after 15 games. This is an absolutely brilliant start, and it's really unprecedented given the first few games we had where we struggled to get a win. And
Sheffield United
long may
won.
it continue, because I didn't expect us to be doing this well at this stage. If it can continue, it's going to be really quite something this season. But we'll see. Anyway, next episode is on Wednesday, so if you want to see that, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Arsenal 0.